Welcome to another episode of Racing to Learn. We are a nonprofit that uses radio control to get kids excited about math and science. We've got our ProLine Pro MT on the bench today. This is a 4x4 10th scale monster truck, all-wheel drive, of course, and it uses A-scale components, so super beefy. When we were at the BMX track last time, we started hearing some funny noises, and the likely culprit, or the definite culprit, is a servo. So I've just got a test pack hooked up right now, but got to see that sound. That is not good. One of the guys in our previous videos, and you can see all of our previous videos on the playlist in the video description. You can, let me turn this off. You can see it trying to this servo kind of trying to keep the suspension straight there, or rather the steering straight. We've stripped this servo, and thanks to one of the guys in the forums that gave us a warning about this servo. The servo we're using right now, we just had available. It's from the Arrma series, or the Creighton. It's the standard servo they basically use in all their 8-scale vehicles. So ours unfortunately did strip. We actually hadn't stripped one before in our Creighton, but we picked this up for pretty reasonable, so we threw it in this truck. We're going to be pulling it back out, and originally we had tried to fit the Savox SW-0231MG, but it was a tad too tall. We're going to give it another trick, though. One of the guys or gals, actually don't know the gender, but don't remember the gender, one of the folks on our YouTube videos had suggested using servo spacers. Now, we don't have any of those readily available right now, unfortunately, and we've got to special order those from our local hobby shop. So we're going to use, usually when you buy a servo, it'll come with a pack of stuff like this, a couple servo horns and whatnot. They usually come with these rubber grommets and these brass inserts. So we're going to actually pop these in. So I put it on all four of the mounting holes there. We're going to try to do this, see that extra thickness that the grommet and the brass insert gives us enough clearance for the servo not hitting the bottom of the chassis there. So we're going to first pull out the servo. We're also going to probably save this for a future episode, but we're going to also give the suspension and the steering kind of a closer look, just in case something's binding there, because again, it's funny that we didn't strip this servo before on our Creighton or anything, which is a much smaller truck. So we're going to check for any binding that might be causing that as well. And alright, so we'll pop this servo arm, put our screw off to the side there, and then pop out each of these screws. One of these days I need to get a real hex headset that fits a 1/4-inch drive instead of using my rigged setup here. One of these days when time and budget allows. All right. So let's pull this servo out, and we did upgrade to an aluminum servo arm as well. So let's just move this over here. Just drop one of the screws behind the servo there. Let's go ahead and unplug Unplug the servo while we're at it. And work the servo out. Where is it getting caught against there? All right, there we go. Is it getting caught up against? What's going on here? Pull this battery out too. There we go. So, that is, I don't know if the spacer is going to make up for enough of that depth, just comparing it to the old servo there. We will see. All right. Let's just do a test fit. Actually, I've been wondering about the servo wire too. Maybe we could try routing a different way. First and foremost, we got to check this servo height. Too big, too? Huh. It's a tight fit. We might have to take out the servo mount here just because it is a tight fit. Grab our driver. Just remove these two screws holding the mount in, so the actual servo mount. Give us some more space. To work with this here. All right, keep track of the screws. All right, I think this is symmetrical, so we can mount it either way. Let's give this a shot. Feeding the wire there under the diff, the center differential. Okay. All right, I'm just going to do a dry fit here just to see if it's still a little bit too far off. Well, let's see here. Yeah, we've got a 2-3 millimeter gap there that we need to make up for. You know, what I thought of immediately was even taking like an appropriately sized Lego piece, because if you look at the servo spacers, pretty much all they are a little piece of plastic with 2 holes drilled in them. you know, I can even rip the tabs off of an old servo. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Just breaking the tabs off of an old servo and using that as a spacer. We might just do that. Yeah, it looks like I'm just going to measure the thickness here using the servo horn. Actually, basically that looks like it would be it. The thickness of a servo horn here would do the trick for us. So we're going to figure out a solution for this. Or worst comes to worst. You know, yeah, one thing was that the specs on these two servos were about the same in terms of the torque and also the speed. Actually, don't quote me on the torque there. I mean the speed, but yeah, pretty much they were very similarly spec'd servos. So I don't know. I didn't feel like the truck needed a faster servo, but that's never a bad thing. So either we're going to think about this for a little bit. Either we're going to make a spacer for a servo spacer, or you know, take tabs off of an old broken servo, or we're going to just grab another servo from one of our other vehicles. Maybe, yeah, either the B6 or the MT4, the Thunder Tiger MT4 G3, just vehicles that we don't use as much here at Racing2Learn. So let us know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Thanks again for watching.